everyone. Today I'm going to complete my previous lesson about short vowels. I'm so excited about it, and I wanted to remind you of the short vowels, so I have put a picture of these short vowels, which are the fatha and the kasra and the dhamma. Let's start. Our second information we are going to propose in that lesson that the short vowel sound can be deep or frontal. So let's take some examples and know more about that information. So the fatha can be deep if the letter that has the fatha vowel over it is followed by the letter alif. So let's take some examples for that. We have 3 examples: qala on the right, sama in the middle, and nama in the left. Qala means said in English, or or has said, okay, and sama means fasted, and the nama means slept. Okay, so the common thing in the 3 examples that these have 3 letters, okay, in each word, and that the first letter in each of these these words has a fatha on it. Okay, so let's take qala, meaning said. For example, qala means said, has the first letter qaf on it. Qaf stands for K in English, okay, and it has fatha on it, so we preceded it by the A vowel. Okay, A stands for the A vowel on it. Okay, and then the alif, so we put another A sound, so it becomes qala. You can see how deep is that sound. Okay, taking another example like sama. Okay, sama in the middle means fasted. Sama, you see the first letter is Sad, stands for S in English, and it has a fatha on it, so we added the A after it for the fatha vowel, or the okay, and then we have the alif after it, so we added another A, so and the last letter is Mim, stands for M, so Sama S, and double A, the first A stands for the fatha vowel, the second A stands for the alif, and the last letter is M. Mim stands for M. The same goes for the third example. Okay, so the second, the fatha also can be frontal. When it becomes frontal when the letter which has the fatha on it is it's followed by any other letter but alif. So let's take some examples for that. We have 3 examples: tabib, tamra, and batta. Tabib means doctor, tabib, and tamra means date, and batta means duck. So taking the first example, tabib meaning doctor, we have the first letter ta. Ta stands for T in English, okay, and it has a fatha on it, so we added A. And then the second letter is B, which stands for B in English, so we added tabib. You can see tabib. Only a small A sound stands for the fatha. Tabib, fatha, short A sound. Okay, the same example goes for the example in the middle, tamra, meaning date. You have the first letter T, stands for T in English, and the mim, and it has fatha on it, so we added A, and then the letter in the middle, mim stands for M, so it becomes tamra. tamra is meaning date, so it's we enunciated that word by adding a short sound on the t. Okay, tamra. The same goes for batta. The deep wow. Okay, deep Dhamma. And I always call it wow because the Dhamma is a miniature wow, as I said before. So the Dhamma can be deep when the letter which has the Dhamma on it is preceded by the letter wow. Okay, let's take some examples. We have toot, qul, and fool. Toot, qul, and fool. Toot means blueberry, and qul means say. It's an imperative form of the verb set. Okay, and bean, fool means bean. Okay, so let's take for example toot. Toot meaning blueberry. It consists okay, as you can see, the toot has consists of 3 letters. The first one is te, which stands for T, and it has Dhamma on it, so we added O for the short vowel Dhamma, and then it has Waw after it, so we added O, another O, toot, and the last letter is T, te, which stands for T, of course. Okay, so toot. And the same for qul, and qul means say. Say, you can see here the first letter is K, qaf stands for K, and it has Dhamma on it, so we added O for the short vowel Dhamma, and then we have Waw, so we added the letter Waw, so we're in the middle, so we added the O, another O, and then the last letter is Lam, stands for L. The same goes for fool. Okay, the Dhamma can be frontal on pronouncing it when the letter which has Dhamma on it is preceded by any other letter but Waw. Let's see some examples. We have Kura, Fustan, Khubz. Kura, Fustan, Khubz. Kura meaning pole in English, Fustan means dress, Khubz means bread. So Kura consists of 3 letters meaning pole. Okay, the first letter is Kaf, stands for K, and it has Dhamma on it, so we added O, and then the second letter is Re, which stands for R, and the last letter is Teh Marbuta, which stands for A, Kura. So what about Kura? As you can see here, it's a short O sound for the Dhamma. Okay, so we added only 1 O, and you see here the same goes for Fustan. Fustan meaning dress, and the first letter is F, which stands for F in English, and it has a Dhamma on it, so we added O, and then the second letter is Sin, which stands for S, and then the rest of the letters. So you have here short O sound, and the same goes for Khubz. The third and last short vowel here is the kasra, and it can be deep when the letter which has the kasra is followed by the letter ya. Okay, let's see some examples. We have qeel, tinin, and feel. Qeel, tinin, and feel. Qeel means was said, and tinin means dragon, and feel means elephant. So qeel consists of which means was said, and you can see here it's a passive form of the verb, and it consists of 3 letters. The first one is qaf, which stands for K, and it has a kasra below it, so we added E. Okay, and then we have the letter Y, so we added another E, qil, and the last letter is lam, which stands for L. So qil, we have the first kasra, so we added the first E, and the second and the short and the long vowel Y, so we added the second E, qil. Let's see the tinin, which means dragon. So it consists of 4 letters. First one is T, and the second letter is Noon. With Noon has kasra below it, and you can see here Noon stands for E. Noon. Sorry. Tinin. Noon stands for N. Sorry. So let's pronounce it another time. I'm so confused now. Tinin, T stands for T, and Noon stands for N. Okay, but and T and the Noon has kasra below them. Okay, so Tinin, the first letter T is followed by E, and the second letter Noon, N, which stands for but we added here double N, and I will make another video for explaining that later. Okay, but now we put Noon to be equal to 2N. Okay, and then we have the letter Y. Y stands for I, and the last letter Noon, which stands for N, so it becomes Tinin. Another time, Tinin stands for T stands for T, and it has kasra below it, so we added E, and then we have the second letter Noon. Noon stands for N, but we added here double N for some reason, and then we have the letter Y. Y stands for I, and then the last letter N. Okay, and the same goes for fi'l. So as you can see here, the kasra can stand for E or I sound, as we mentioned before. The kasra can be frontal when the letter which has the kasra below it is preceded by any other letter but ya. Let's see some examples. You have here غذاء, ظل, and طفل. غذاء, ظل, and طفل. غذاء means nutrient, and ظل means shadow, and طفل means child. So let's take the example in the middle and the example on the left, so as they are simpler. So ظل means shadow, consists of 2 letters. Okay, ظل is the first one. ض stands for TH. Okay, and it has kasra below it, so we added E. Okay, and then the last letter is lam. Lam stands for L. Okay, but we added double L for some reason, and I'm going to explain that in another video. So ظل, ض stands for TH, and it has kasra below it, where we added E, and then the last letter is double L. Okay, and let's take so that's a short E sound. Okay, because it's only a kasra below the ض. Okay, there is no ya in the middle. Okay, if to make more explanation for that, if there was a ya in that word ظل, if it consists of ض and ya and lam, we would have bought 2 E instead of 1 E. Okay, and it becomes zil. Okay, but it's ظل, because it's only short E sound. And we have here طفل. طفل stands for child. It consists of 3 letters. The first one is T, stands for T, and it has kasra below it, so we added E. And the second one is F, Fa stands for F, and the last one is Lam stands for L. طفل. Okay, so the summary is that if we have the three long vowels, alif or waw or ya, following the letter which has the short vowel, fatha or kasra or dhamma, we would pronounce the letter deep. Another time, if we have one of the long vowels which are in front of you, alif or waw or ya, following, okay, the letter which has the fatha or the kasra or the dhamma, which are the short vowels, we would pronounce the word, that letter deep, okay, as we mentioned in the previous examples. So what's the importance of the short vowels anyway? Why we consider them important, and we start with them before even learning the letters? That's because they differentiate between a verb and a noun. Okay, like you see here, the first one, the verb ذهب means went, ذهب, and the noun here ذهب means gold. Okay, you see the difference in the pronunciation. ذهب went, ذهب gold. Okay, and it also differentiates between the tenses, like the past simple tense in the word فتح. فتح means opened. It's a past simple tense, فتح, opened. And the passive form with the verb, which is فتح. فتح, you can see same word but different vowels on them. So فتح means was opened. So فتح means opened, فتح means was opened. The first one is a past simple form and the second one is a passive form, completely different. And it also differentiates between the prepositions, like you see here. Inna means it is, and in the second one means if. You can see the difference in the pronunciation. Inna, it is, in, if. Okay, thank you, thanks for listening. Anyway, if you have any questions, I'm going to put another link for another video of another channel, which is Learn Arabic with Amina, that would help you to understand better the short vowels and how to pronounce the words easily. I recommend to you that you write to yourself the pronunciation of the words we mentioned in the video, so that you learn more about the pronunciation of the words. Thank you for listening again. Thanks.